This is day one of this remake series that I still haven't figured out a name for. This one is an illustration that isn't very old. It's actually a study. So I did that study and then I forgot all about it. I just, abandoned it and never looked at it again. I didn't remember making it. I didn't remember that existed, but it exists and it's terrible. Oh my god. It's from 2015, so it's not that old, but like I said, it was a study about something I didn't understand, and that's why I was studying it, but I got so frustrated that I just abandoned it. And well, let's see, I'm excited. And this one I'm gonna be doing on the Cintiq and Photoshop. Maybe another one I'm gonna be using iPad and Procreate, I don't know, but this one's gonna be Cintiq and Photoshop. And yeah, let's see what I can do. Wish me luck. So, what the series is about? Well, in a nutshell, it is to reconnect with my past self. But why? Why am I remaking my old art? This video will be a bit of a story time, giving you context for the series, what it felt to be remaking something I made years ago, and what it means. So before we dive in, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so you don't miss the next episodes. Why am I remaking my old art? Well, let's dive in. Since I decided I'm doing this series after all, after thinking a lot about it for a long time and building up the courage to do it, I started asking myself why I've been avoiding frustration at all costs. And I mean all costs, my own career included. I started writing about it in my journal, which is my favorite place to dwell on the things that inhabit my mind. And I started scratching the surface of why I unconsciously chose that path. This particular illustration isn't as old as some of the other ones I selected for the series, and that actually made me less anxious about this remake. Also, this was just a study. There's not a lot of pressure here. "2015 was the year I made this, and it was an important year because it was the beginning of my transition from someone who would study a lot, who was eager to make her dreams come true, who was hungry for knowledge and evolution in my art, in her art, to someone who hides away from anything outside her comfort zone." In the history of me, this is around the time I realized my dream of working in animation at, any cool big studio wasn't going to happen. Not only because I wasn't ready for it artistically, I wasn't, but also because of things outside my control, like the country I live in, for example. I live in Brazil, by the way. In that period of time, I started seeing how difficult it would be to make that happen. And I started opening my range of possibilities and pursuing a different path, which was social media. At first, it worked, but then it stopped working. Long story short, I felt like I invested so much time and energy into growing my social media, and the game was getting harder and harder, and I was more and more exhausted and skeptical. A part of me even regrets not investing on YouTube instead of Instagram, but that's for another day. I was basically working for Instagram and Facebook without a paycheck at the end of the month. I did get some pretty great opportunities from those spaces in terms of projects and all, but I can't really pinpoint and attribute each one of the opportunities I had to my social media, but some definitely came from that. But the platform didn't care about the work I was putting into my account. And so my art became content. And when it all became too much, I grew even more skeptical of anything related to my art career. I started believing the things I created were trash. I started thinking I wasted my potential, and at the same time, I didn't really believe I had a lot of potential anyway. So it was a mix of deep self-doubt, self-loathing, regrets, and disappointment. I learned to not trust myself, to not believe in myself at all. And that wasn't all in 2015. Can you imagine what a year that would have been? No, as the years passed, these ups and downs were more and more frequent, especially the downs. I became so frustrated with my career and my art that I couldn't take any more frustration. So, for example, studying, which is a cauldron of frustration, I couldn't handle that frustration because of all the other things that were going on. So eventually I stopped studying. And studying was something I genuinely enjoyed over a decade ago. For me, it was a whole universe of possibilities, and it became hell. It became a nightmare. Isn't that wild? I also saw no reason for studying and improving. Subconsciously, I saw no potential in me anymore. So, what's the point? That was and still is detrimental to my art, my career, to my sense of identity, to my sense of worth, and of course, my mental health. Doing this remake, I felt this glitch in my internal compass. There was some incoherence between the path I've been taking down these past few years and what I was doing at that moment. I was studying, I was trying. I wasn't comfortable in the process. I wasn't comfortable with the process. And that kind of felt like a cold shower. It shook things, my mind was confused and surprised, and that was great. I didn't like how the new version of this piece turned out at first, but after reflecting on everything that involved me actually remaking this drawing, I decided that I like it. I decided that I like how it looks, and more than that, I like what it represented to me, what it meant to me, the feelings it brought up, and I'm happy with it. So, to answer the question at the beginning of this video, why am I remaking my old art? What I can say is that I'm doing this to alter the route, to move the needle in my compass, to rediscover my potential, the one I once believed I had. So I can move forward with more of a feeling of peace rather than disappointment. And to finally begin to honor that young version of me who tried. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked this first episode of the series. I know this was a bit heavy on the subject, but I felt like I needed to share my experience and share the context of this project. Also, the next episodes won't necessarily be story time kind of videos, so they probably will be lighter to listen to. If you want me to talk about something specific, some specific topic, or if you have a question for me to answer in the next episode, please leave it in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next one, I hope.